concept map for units 5 and 6. Okay. All right, moving along quickly. Okay, two more things we're going to quickly talk about before I open it up for questions, comments, and concerns. Respect. As all of you already know, that's the big deal, right? In the classroom, I always emphasize the need for respect. I'm going to continue emphasizing the need for respect, but I'm going to point out how it's different, okay? So if you remember when we were in the classroom, you could see each other. You were sitting next to each other. You had the option of talking to each other, etc. In the classroom, the expectation was for you to be aware that there were students around you who learned differently than you or needed a very specific environment so that they could be able to learn their best. In the classroom, the focus was that your actions and your behavior had to be utmost respectful. Well, I'm still going to expect that your actions and behavior are respectful, but now as we are engaging in this new platform, the idea is that we're not necessarily going to be looking at your actions and behavior. We may or may not even be able to see your face on this screen. But what everybody will be able to see are the words and how you use your words to share and communicate with others. So what I'm saying to you now is that respect is primarily going to be reflected in what you say as well as how you say it. So please be aware of that. Be aware that in this new learning system, we may not be able to see each other, but everybody will be able to see your words. And also note that because this is online, everything gets recorded. So if you were in the classroom and you said something and you thought the teacher didn't hear you and then the teacher called you out and you were like, no, I didn't say that. Well, guess what? If you happen to say something online, it gets recorded and you can't say, no, I didn't say that because there's the record. You did indeed say it. So please, please, please be super, super aware that words and tone will define you. And that is where I expect you to be very respectful, okay? What stays the same? Respect stays the same. Remember that everyone has the right to learn. Remember that the more you do, the more you will learn. That continues to be true. In other words, if you're the kind of student who is doing the flashcards and the vocab log and is actively looking to see how to better improve assignments, etc., you're going to learn more. If you're doing the basic minimum, you're not going to learn as much. So again, what stays the same is respect the learning process, respect that everyone has the right to learn, respect that in order to learn, we all need different things. So please be aware of that. We're going to continue doing turn taking, and that takes us to the last slide that I want to address before I open it up to questions. Okay, so here we go. So far, these live conferences have been just me talking, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's not how this is going to be forever. I'm taking the time right now to share with you what the new expectations will be, but starting next week, we're going to actually be doing this in a slightly different way where you all get to participate, where you all get to share your thoughts and your feelings about the given topic we are discussing. And in order to do that the best, I want to address the rules, let's call them, so that we can do this in the best effective way, okay? So remember, in the classroom, the old way we did discussion was you either did it in pairs or in your small groups. Sometimes we had slightly larger groups of 6, for example, and of course we were doing it face to face. So you had the opportunity to, be sitting or standing in front of somebody and you could read their facial expressions, etc. Well, that's not the case anymore. As we do it now, or as we start doing it now, we're first going to do it as a whole class. Excuse me, before we break up into small groups, into small chat rooms. That's still not an option for us yet. I was exploring that the other day. The district has only given us the basic registration, so we don't have that yet, but maybe we will in the future. So for now, our discussions are going to be the whole class. So I'll ask a question and then you will take turns answering that question or posing a different question, and then each of you will have the opportunity to participate. I already mentioned the importance of being aware of the words and the tone that you use when conversing or communicating with your classmates. Understand that everything is recorded so it stays in the thread. I just briefly want to mention that now that we're online, that one poster in the classroom called "Think Before You Post" on social media, and here we are. This is social media. I want you to remember what that is. So the word think is an acronym. The T stands for, is it true? The H stands for, is it helpful? The I stands for, is it inspirational? The N stands for, is it necessary? And the K stands for, is it kind? So those are the rules we're going to be following when we interact with each other